Hi, this is Kerry. Welcome to my podcast. Is hitting the clutch shot really more valuable than the 20 basket that came before it? It's a seductive narrative, but misleading. Without your teammates grinding all night to keep the game within reach, there's no final moment to win in the first place. Game 1 of the NBA Finals felt eerily similar to the Indiana series against the Knicks. The Thunder controlled the game for 45 minutes, only to watch it slip through their fingers in the final stretch. That worked once, maybe twice, but Indiana and Tyrese Haliburton can't keep banking on the same script. You don't win championships relying on others to carry the load until it's your time to shine. And as if on cue, Game 2 delivered a reality check. Let's be blunt, this was a blowout. The Thunder didn't just beat the Pacers, they broke their rhythm. It started late in the first quarter, and never really stopped. Oklahoma City ballooned the lead to over 20 at one point. Indiana did manage to close the gap, slightly heading into halftime, thanks largely to a string of well-drawn ATOs, but the damage was done. So what exactly went wrong for Indiana in Game 2? The Pacers came into this game as the league's best corner 3 shooting team at a ridiculous 48.5%. But that's not their actual weapon. Their true identity is pace. Fast pace, relentless pace. Grab the rebound, push the tempo, punish the defense before it gets set. Indiana thrives in early offense and semi-transition, especially off live ball turnovers or long rebounds. But the Sounders, they played smart, disciplined half-court offense, fewer put-up threes, they keep the positions clean, limited the number of runouts, and starved Indiana of chaos they fed on. The Pacers weren't just slowed it down, they were stalled. And when Jalen Williams and Chet Holmgren settled into the finals tempo, it was game over. With 3 legitimate offensive initiators who can stretch the floor and break down their defense, the Thunder exploited a key vulnerability. Miles can't cover ground fast enough. He's a solid interior anchor, but when dragged into space, OKC tore him apart. As for Tyrese, in Game 2, 5 points in the first 3 quarters. He finished with 17, but by then, it was already out of reach. 6 assists are nice, but not when they come with 5 turnovers. The Thunder made a calculated adjustment, shrink the floor, crowded the passing lanes, and cut off Haliburton's connection to the rest of the offense. If you are a finals-level star, playmaking alone won't get you across the finish line, not when the other team is this locked in. And that's the challenge now. If Indiana has any hope to holding serve at home, Tyrese needs to elevate. We're talking 25 and 10 per night, minimum. And in Game 3, McNair and Mastering are Factor X. McNair played just like prime Chris Paul. That's wild. But more than that, Tyrese has to take ownership when things fall apart. When the system breaks down, he must become the system. Because the Thunder, they are not going anywhere. Second in offensive rating, first in defensive efficiency. They have the tools, they have the depth, and they have the composure. Their ceiling is higher and their floor is rock solid. Just a few refinements on execution, and the series would swing decisively in their favor. So the Pacers must be cautious in the remaining games. As I said before in our final preview, Thunder in 6. But I also emphasized that if anyone can force the Thunder to be the champion, it is the Pacers. And right now, the prediction is looking more accurate by the quarter. But hey, finals are not done yet. Let's see if they can prove me wrong. Peace.